So, if you haven't read this book, trust me, you're missing out. The sun is gonna... Oh my god. Okay. So, luckily my head is big enough so you can cover the sun. If you haven't read this book, I encourage you to grab it. Oh my god, this sun. The Emerald Tablets of Thoth the Atlantean. This book is just full of wisdom, and I think that every human being on this planet should read this book. Literally, it's like kind of a book and a poem at the same time. Let me just read you one part, literally just one part where I didn't even choose this part. I just haven't read the whole thing yet, but this is the last thing I read, so I'm just gonna read the last thing I read. Fear is the lord of the dark, Arulu, to he who has never faced the dark fear. Aye, know that fear has existence created by those who are bound by their fears. Shake off your bondage, O children, and walk in the light of the glorious day. Never turn your thoughts to the darkness, and surely you shall be one with the light. Man is only what he believes, a brother of darkness or a child of the light. Come into the light, my children. Walk the pathway that leads to the sun. Hearken now and listen to the wisdom. Use the word I have given you. Use it, and surely you shall find the power and wisdom and light to walk in the way. Seek and find the key I have given, and ever shall you be a child of the light. It's so funny how the sun is behind me as I'm reading this, right? Because he mentions the sun and the light. And yeah, I guess that means something. I mean, I'm not the only one who is a children of the light. We all are. But we just run into these fears and doubts so often, and we choose to, as he said, like, the existence of fear is only... how he said, I have to read this again. Know that fear has existence created by those who are bound by their fears. So, I'm sorry for this sun if it's like... I hope it's at least giving you B vitamin. If nothing else, I'm sorry. But I just want to make this video to encourage you to buy this book, or just to look it online, like type in Emerald Tablets of Thoth the Atlantean. I think there's his writings there as well. I mean, you have everything on the internet, but I just had this book, so... Oh, I'm sorry. So, yes, I encourage you to do these things that I'm doing right now. To read this book, to go to the sun, to feed some pigeons, because I just did so, to ground, because I'm grounding right now, and to meditate. And there is so much things that we need to start acting like it's normal, because it is normal, and stop doing those things that we think are normal but actually are not normal. Like, usually what people do when they get up, like, they grab their phones, but what I do is I wake up, I take deep breaths, I drink some water, and I stretch, and I go outside to nature to read this book or listen something, some audiobook or some podcast that is really gonna make me, resonate. And I just feel like I heard this from the guy who goes by the name 19 Keys, if you heard about him, that he listens to an audiobook when he gets up, because you need to program your mind. And if you listen to something wisdom like or smart, like you read this book or you listen to some smart guys talking, you're gonna resonate and you're gonna slowly become that. I mean, it's called influence, to put it shortly. You're gonna get influenced, and it's very bad if you get influenced by the things that you shouldn't get influenced, of course. And therefore you should not just grab your phone and scroll on social media and just, run into some things casually. Like, usually the algorithm promotes those things that we are watching anyways, but usually people don't watch what they should watch, and that's why you shouldn't grab... you shouldn't grab your phone, social media. You should just listen to things or read something. You should not stare at your phone. You stare not stare at the sun, but grab some sunlight. So I'm just here to say that we all have fears, and that we should not get stopped by them, but that we should get moved by them. Because fear is an emotion, and motivation contains from two words, which are motion and emotion. So even if fear is a negative emotion, it's still an emotion. So you should get moved by it instead of getting paralyzed by it. This is at least my perspective, because a lot of people have fears and they can choose whether they will get paralyzed by them or they will get moved by them. Whether it's love, fear, courage, hate, whatever it is. Like if you feel angry, you feel sad or whatever, it's much better for you not to like go in this, like I can just be like this, like I'm sad, I'm depressed, I'm home. No, man, you get out and you do something. You get out, take some fresh air, you train a little bit, you express yourself through something, through art, through, I don't know, music, writing, whatever you are talented for. And yeah, you should just get moved by your fears. Because that's why, by your emotions. If you have fears, then get moved by fears. If you have love, then get moved by love. Whatever it is, just get moving, man. Just don't stop. Don't make yourself get paralyzed. Because that's what the government wants you to do. They want you to stop. They want you to not know who you are. They want you to get caught in the trap of fear and live in misery and silence, even though silence is good, but it's only good when you get something from it. You should be silent. Like meditation is required for the mind to be silent. Even the trash can is useful, but only when it's empty, not when it's full, right?